Hello there. The message is slowly getting out there. Question everything. But the answers are not forthcoming from either science or politics. What do you do when your elected representatives get together with corporations and the science to fleece you and in the process ruin lives and livelihoods, if not worse, and then pretend it never happened? Because that is exactly what is occurring right now. Highlighted by a Dominique Samuels video where Tory MP Andrew Bridgen, who's been a thorn in the side of the government over this issue, announces that a number 10 representative tried to buy him off with whatever he wanted to stop him from talking about all of this. And Bridgen also said we have the best politicians money can buy, while people are also queuing up to smear him. Evidence once again by the Parliamentary Welfare Department calling Bridgen up out of the blue to tell him they were concerned because people had been calling them up and telling them that Andrew Bridgen was suicidal. Now, if you don't think that's not part of a programme of dirty tricks, then I've got a bridge in London to sell to you. So don't bother asking any searching questions, because you'll either be stonewalled or you'll have your life vigorously turned over. No, nothing must get in the way of the one-sided, follow the money at everyone else's cost mega pharma. And now we hear that the one organisation, the World Health Organization, that you would think would be leading the charge to get to the very bottom of the latest health emergency, to search out ground zero and also if any country or person was at fault and highlight all the problems to make sure they never happen again, won't be doing that. No, those plans have reportedly been quietly shelved. We will never know from where or by who, or whether by design or accident. No lessons will be learned. Other than do everything you can to make sure none of it ever sees the light of day, maybe. And it seems that a rather large and powerful country at the heart of this might be acting a little obstructively to any WHO investigations. But why on earth would that be? Surely the government of any country involved would want to work closely with the WHO to ensure all the truth came out, wouldn't they? Now, I will remind people of something else about the WHO. This is the body that if governments around the world agree and get their way, the WHO is the body that will be running the global response to any future-like event. Yep, agreements are being drawn up to hand over powers in this area to the WHO. And once that's done, faceless bureaucrats in their Geneva head office would be calling the shots for everyone. The power and money flowing through those offices, should another emergency arise, would be phenomenal. And I assume they would be the ones handing out the lucrative contracts. And one assumes they will also be the ones shutting down whole areas, airlines and businesses, for example. Or at least everything would have to be approved by them. This to me sounds like a recipe for disaster for the ordinary citizen of the planet while they are fleeced of their life savings by ruthless corporations. Now, one story has emerged from Idaho in the US, where a state senator, Tammy Nichols, and a state representative, Judy Boyle, have got together to try and put a new law on the Idaho statute book to make it a misdemeanor to give the murder, if you get my drift, to give the murder variation of the procedure to humans or even to any mammal. Now, this does show that the worm is starting to turn, but these are two state, not US-wide, but two state lawmakers out of many lawmakers, and it might be a very tough call to get this through the vested interests that are bound to be sitting within that legislature. Now, Tammy Nichols told the House Health and Welfare Committee that more and more people were voicing concerns about this particular product, and went on to say, "We have issues that this was fast-tracked. There's no liability. There's no access to data. Risk-benefit analysis has not been done. There's no informed consent." And when a Democrat representative talked about the products being approved, Nichols, who is a Republican, pointed out that there are question marks over how that process was applied to these new product variations. Seems to be a pretty widespread problem, doesn't it? And at every turn, questions and concerns are blocked, and those that now suffer as a result are ignored and turned away. And when people drop unexpectedly, we're told there's nothing to see here, or that it's all because of backlogs. And just like the WHO, the UK government appears to be engaged in hoping this will all fade from our minds, and that we'll get all wrapped up in the next Strictly Come Slobbing or Tiddlywinks World Cup or something, and forget the last 3 years ever happened. All while young, fit and healthy people keep falling over on sports fields. I can't believe that's anything to do with backlogs. Now, as I've said before, there's hefty wedge in this, just like there is in net zero. And that part of that wedge goes to the people who toe the line and question nothing while producing the reports that ensure that more hefty wedge is generated for the few. All on the back of the misery of many millions, if not billions. And the great and good keep telling us how much they're doing to keep us all safe and well, when what they really want is to make sure we don't question the next event that may come sooner than you think. Yes, I know, it's sickening. And now over to Richard.
Hello, and here I am at one of my favourite places on earth, the Avebury Stone Circle. I've been coming here since I was, well, about 3 foot tall. Anyway, and I'm a bit taller than that now. Not a lot, but a bit. So, the reason for this video is I had a discussion with Jeff last night, and we were reading through some of the comments on my last video. And some of those comments really were incredibly moving. There are many of you who have lost friends and loved ones to this, well, what we'll call arm intervention or arm intrusion. I mean, you know, you're losing children, wives, husbands, parents, best friends. Just absolutely tragic. I am so sorry to... Well, I mean, of course we knew this was going on, but when you actually read the comments, it adds a human element to this, that you're not just statistics, you're people who have lost loved ones to this awful thing. Anyway, just to say that we're with you, okay? So lots of love to you guys, and I'll see you again. Bye now.